It was really great for Game 6 and 7 here. The building was loud. It was a really great atmosphere. But I think there was a real good base before I came in. I don't think that's changed a lot since I've been here. And I think a lot of our groups of players were here before I came too. So it's been great to win, and I think winning kind of creates its own atmosphere and own excitement, and I think that's been the big difference. I think whenever you go to the finals, it's the same thing. It's a long grind to get there. But that's all gone when you get to the finals. You have to find a way to be good. And with this series, especially with lots of travel and different things, there's going to be some ups and downs. And I think guys might be tired physically, but you have to be sharp mentally. So I think that's, from your experience, when you've been in a long grind like that, I think that you're a little bit more prepared for it. I think we're real similar teams. I think we're both hard-working teams. I think we both play to win. I think we're excited to get a chance to win. So I think the teams are real similar, and I think it should be a real exciting, hard series. It is harder for sure. Like, we have no idea going in. Like, you can watch video, but there's no way to measure. Like against Toronto or Grand Rapids, we could always go back to when we played them, and we know the players. So this is totally different, and that's exciting. For a coach, it's not quite as good because you always want to feel you're real prepared, and you can't get quite as prepared since we haven't played them.
Is it a tourist destination?
It is. Every place in Canada is a tourist destination. So, yeah, it's good. It's a great place. The people are great out there, and I think it's a ways to go, but it'll be great once the guy gets there. I think we love this building. We like playing in front of our fans. We like the building, so that's an edge in it. But their building's sold out every night. They've got a great atmosphere there. So once we go back, the edge will be to them. So it's great for us though to start at home.
Well, I think 5 years ago the fans were somewhat newer fans to hockey. Our fans today are much more educated with hockey. You can hear in the crowd immediately when they see something good has happened or something bad has happened with a call from the officials or something like that. I think year one they were still learning the game, and now in year 5 I think they're 5 years of experienced hockey fans that we really appreciate their support of the Texas Stars. They probably didn't realize 5 years ago what it took or how close we came, and now I think with missing the playoffs one of our 5 years and kind of clawing our way back, that the fans really want this, and they're really excited about it, and I think they'll appreciate it even more if we're able to win it all. Well, as you said, playoff hockey it goes to another level, and I think the finals are going to even be a level higher than what the first 3 rounds were. I think you're going to see the teams are going to be skating faster, hitting harder. There's just going to be more action. You won't see as many fights as you might see in a regular season game, but the action is going to be really fast. So anyone who has not come out to see a live hockey game, this is going to be a treat. Texas Stars hockey in the Calder Cup Finals should be very, very exciting. Yeah, look, our group from the start has had a goal of winning the Calder Cup. When you finish first overall in the American Hockey League and you've got the most valuable player and the Rookie of the Year and a Coach of the Year last year, I think expectations are high from our group, and I think it's really important that they do want to finish it out. It just seems appropriate that this would be the time to do that with all the accomplishments the team has had during the regular season. We want our season ticket holders to enjoy the seats that they have. I think sometimes when we get standing room only, some of our season ticket holders aren't as comfortable as they would like to be because we're sitting like this, instead of having some normal cushions. So we'll make those appropriate decisions based on supply and demand. But we're expecting pretty large crowds.
Yeah, I know it'll be obviously a little bit of a challenge just getting prepared for them. I mean, obviously the coaches will get video of them from their last series and games they've played. Coaches talk to other coaches and that they know out east that have played against them to get an idea of what they do. So we will still get some kind of game plan and we'll have an idea of what they do, but at the same time, it's still going to be, that first game's going to be a little bit of a learning curve to see exactly how they're going to come out and play. You know, I think 5 years ago we weren't expecting it, I guess. We've really, you know, from day one we've said this is what we wanted. And, you know, when you come out and you finish the regular season as the #1 team, you know you got a really good shot. I think that year we were 4th in our conference. We knew we had a good team. You know, a lot of things fell in place for us to get to the finals that year, and things worked out. This year we've been preparing, you know, all year for this time, and not to say we expected it, but we knew we'd have a good chance if we continued to play the way we played all season long, and you know, that's just what we've been doing, and so I think we're a little more prepared for it. Yeah, it's, you know, that's the thing. It's our job as leaders, you know, some of the older guys who've been to finals like this and things like that, and who've just been around for a while, to take the young guys under our wing and kind of make sure they're ready as they can be for this, you know, to know that, you know, it's okay to go out there and still make a mistake, like not be too nervous about things, like things are going to happen just the same. It's still a hockey game. You've done it, you know, your whole life. It's just our chance to lead by example, and Willie said it all year, you know, this is kind of our team as older guys, leaders, that we're going to take it as far as we're going to go as far as we take them. So we just got to continue that the same way we've been playing all year. You know, it's at this time of year, you know, there's obviously conflicts with scheduling and stuff for the arenas, and there's nothing you can do about it in our minds. You know, after Game 3, we're going to get a little bit of a rest, so anybody with bumps and bruises can heal up a little bit and get ready for those next few games. But I think it's going to, the fact that we have a couple stretches there where we play 3 games in 4 days is going to be big for, you know, health-wise and just, you know, keeps themselves in better shape and who can play 4 lines and roll that way, and I think that's been a big key for us all year. You know, they're going to be a tough team, obviously. They made it here for a reason. I don't know if they're going to open it up or it's going to be any more open than what we've been used to the last couple series, but it's something that we can play either way. I mean, we proved that, you know, we can play that style and play with teams that want to play defensive, or, you know, if we want to open it up, we can score with any team in the league, and we'll see what they bring on Sunday, and we'll work from there. But at the same time, no matter who you play, they're going to be good at this time, and we just got to keep doing what we're doing. I mean, you put up 50 shots, you got a good chance to win games, so we just need to keep doing that.
Since the beginning of the season, we had one goal. We have one goal, and we still haven't reached it. We're not satisfied with where we're at right now. So, but like you said, we've worked hard all year long just to get, you know, to the point we want to get. So it's still a long ways away. It's closer than it was, but still a long ways away. Still have a lot of work to do. For sure, they're all different, right? Every year is different for me. It's you always get a new group of guys. You always, you know, get different affinities with different players you play with. And this year we've had a tremendous year. We've had lots of fun, and I think for us was one of the main things is having fun, going on the ice and working hard and having fun at the same time. And I think, yeah, it's been a big part of our success. So getting to this point with the group we have, we're really confident in what we can do and what we can accomplish. So it's going to be a big battle of work. I guess some of our guys probably know a couple of players on their team, which, you know, can help a little bit on scouting the other team. But at the end of the day, all we focus on is what we're going to do on the ice. We can't control what they're going to do, and that's what we've done all year, is working on our game plan, sticking to our game plan, game in, game out, and we're going to stick to it, and that's how we're going to get our success. It's awesome. It's been a long journey, I guess, with those 5 years. You remember the first year when we made it, I don't think anybody expected us to go that far. So our fans have been good since day one. You know, I always talk to people who've always tell me, you know, hey, I've been season ticket holder for 5 years now, or somebody tells me they went to one game and then they decided to get season ticket right after because they just fell in love with the game. And I think it was important for for a team in Texas, and it's important for a city like Cedar Park to to show their love, to that they can see that that's our team, and for us we're so happy to be here. It's the best place to play in the American League, and I've been around a little bit, seen a couple teams, and it's for sure it's one of the best, and our fans are unbelievable. And I guess everybody could hear at the last game, Game 7 against Toronto, how loud it was, and it's I think people are expecting a lot too. So it's a Texas team. So that's what it is. It's crazy how much it's grown since in the 5 years I've been here. How much hockey, the program is getting better, and you get more and more kids playing. I get my little guy who's playing hockey, and all the kids on the street want to play hockey, almost every day. So it's something that you didn't think you would see in Texas, and it's really good to see. And it's to see hockey grow like this in a city like Cedar Park and like Austin. It's really good for the sport. For me, it's not being satisfied. Like I said earlier, we've been working hard all year, trying to reach our goal, and our goal was not to make it to the final. Our goal is to go all the way. So we're not satisfied with where we're at, and it's still a lot of work to do. It's still a work to do. It's not done. Still a lot of work, work to do, and we still have to keep our focus, keep our emotion level grounded, and to make sure that we're willing and we're ready to go. It's hockey. Hockey in June is the best thing that there is. So as soon as you come to the rink, you're just excited to being able to play hockey, and there's sunlight outside. It's 90-degree weather outside. It's just the best.
You been to St. John's?
Never been to St. John's. It's so far. It's so far. I don't know how it is as a city, but you know what? It'll be fine. It's good to see a new city, see what is to do over there, but I don't know. There'll be a lot of World Cup watching, I guess, during those 4 days off. I think for most of our guys, all we know about it is that it's really far. And funny story, I know Ray Sawada, who played here a couple of years ago, who actually got traded to St. John's. He was playing in May. I called him, and I'm like, Ray, what are you doing? And he said, I'm going to watch some icebergs right now. So I don't know.
In all seriousness.
Yeah, all seriousness. He went to watch icebergs in mid-May. So I don't know. It might be a snowstorm or something over there. We never know.
Well, certainly that was a very emotional series that we just came off of, and every series takes on a different atmosphere to it. I think that there'll probably be a little bit of transition for both squads. There typically is. You get to this point of the season, and they've put so much effort into it, and there's a little bit of a feeling of accomplishment that you've made to the finals. I would expect that in Game 1, neither team's played each other, so there'll be some feeling out there. Once you get going, I think that, and I've been watching the game here, they'll build up a little bit of animosity, and it might take a little bit of time for it to show, but it'll be there for sure, that intensity that we came to expect from the last series. They've worked so hard to get to this stage, and I think that the guys they're going to hopefully use the next couple of days as a good chance to re-energize and recharge their batteries, but they'll be ready to go. Well, goaltending always is important, and neither team would be here if they didn't have good goaltending as they've gone along. Specialty teams was a big factor last series. Our power play hasn't been clicking as much as we'd like it to, but our penalty killing and our penalty killing struggled in some areas, but it was big when it had to be. So goaltending, specialty teams, and just I would say that right now from what I've seen, the ability to play more in their end, how quickly you can get out of your end. St. John's is a very hard forechecking team. I suppose, like I said, the goaltending is important. I haven't seen any of the same tendencies. There was things with McIntyre. We had the sense that all we had to do was kind of stay with the program and keep throwing pucks at the net. And he's kind of an unorthodox style a little bit. They gave up a lot of rebounds, and it was those second chance opportunities. And Toronto's defense did a really good job of taking away, boxing out our players for those second chance opportunities. What I just saw in the video right now, they didn't have the amount of shots, and he actually kind of gave up a couple. So, it's too early for me to tell exactly about what we're going to expect from the goaltending, but certainly that's going to be a key in the series. that's what's great about the playoffs, the experience, the pressure situation. That Game 7, I don't know how many games it's worth, regular season games, but it's worth a lot. Those don't come along very often in a career, and just the ability to get through that is a key for their development in their career. So all the players have come a long ways. It's just been amazing to see a team. Players like Stransky and Faxa on the forward line, and Jyrki Okapaka, who's had to learn North American game and go to 7 games all in one season. It's been a terrific experience for them. They appear to be pretty similar right now. The reports that we're getting and the ones that I'm seeing is they're a very hard forechecking team, very much a pressured type of team, and so beating that will be the real key. They're playing real hard right now, and they're selling out, blocking a lot of shots and doing that type of stuff. And that's typical playoff hockey. And although we like to play a high-paced game, we've been able to make adjustments in our game. We played those. We won a real gritty game where we were outshot in Toronto, and it was a gritty, physical game. Not really a trademark of our team, but we were able to do that. So. It's amazing what happens when players are committed to a cause and they'll start doing little things. Mike Hedden blocking a shot with a couple of minutes left in Game 7. He's not known for that. Excuse me, but that's what pressure does. It brings out the best in you, or the opportunity to show your best. Actually, I've been there. I was there for a World Championship with the women's team. It's a beautiful city. It's temperature is going to be a lot cooler than they are here in Texas. But they're very friendly people. It's a great place to visit, and I know that their fan base is going to be very enthusiastic. So it's going to be a good experience for the guys. They're going to enjoy their time up there, but they're also going to see a true playoff atmosphere. The building will be sold out, I'm sure, every night, and it'll be a lot of attention. Yeah, it's a long ways. It's a long ways, but it's a long ways for them to come down here too. And once they get inside that building, our players have played in games like that before. It's going to be a great atmosphere. I know that there's a lot more press and a lot more attention up there, and when you get down to it, it's still a hockey game, and this is what the players have dreamed about. And so I'm sure they'll handle all that.
It's a great feeling. I don't know what to say. It's been a great year, and we've been waiting all year for this, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, I know. We don't really know too much about these guys, but obviously we're going to watch some video on them, and I know that they obviously are a good team, and they're going to work really hard, and it's going to be a good series. I don't know. They've played together all year, and they've always had really good chemistry. And Rich has got his size, and Dowling's got his. He's got so much skill, and Hetty's got a lot of speed. They're a great line. They're really hard to play against, and they did a phenomenal job for us last game. They scored some huge goals, so they're a great line. Well, Jeffs and Mules, obviously I'm lucky to play with those guys too. They're great players, and Mules is so good in the face-off dot, and he's so smart, and Jeffrey's got such a good shot, and he's got great speed as well. They're great to play with. It's great. Our fans are so good, and we're so good on home ice, and we really that's why we work so hard in the regular season to come first place to get this kind of get the home ice, and it's great.
You been out to St. John's before?
Yeah, I have been. We had a World Junior Camp there one year, and it's a great city. You know what? I think I think this year, our team's just really bought in, and we really bought into the system, and we've done a great job of it. I think that's why we've gotten so far.
How much has everyone picking Derek Meech's brain since he played for with them a little bit last year?
You know what? I don't know think anyone said too much to Meech. Meech is a great guy, and I'm sure he's gonna really want to beat this guy's whole team.
The thing is that things change quite a bit year to year, and I was just going over it with Owen over here through the lineup, and I played with about 12 of the guys on the team last year even, and so there's some familiarity there, but they've also added a lot of pieces to that. So those are guys that I might not be as familiar with, and those are guys that can make a big difference to the makeup of a team. So. It's I might know a few things and some tendencies of certain players, but altogether it's going to be a different team. Well, it's a very hard-working group, well coached. Keith McCambridge and Mark Morrison over there do a really good job. They're a good character group, guys that really care and want to win. Obviously, they've come this far by no mistake, and it's going to be a big challenge for us to start the series off right and hopefully start with a win in game one. Yeah, it's different for sure. We don't know them very well. We haven't seen them, but you just have to prepare within the room and sort of worry about what you got to do and what your job is on the ice as a team and as an individual. Obviously, we try to learn as much as we can about the other team because that's a huge positive. But at the end of the day, we just got to take care of what we know how to do. That's something that we've talked about as well. Is the emotion level got pretty high, obviously, in that game 7, and it's an emotional game. So you got to keep yourself sort of even keel and try not to get too high or too low. But for us, it's going to be coming in here and trying to get the fans involved right away and try to keep that high level of intensity. Yeah, it's been great to see guys like Jamie Oleksiak, Ilkka Pekka, these guys that have had successful years, but they're like the game 7 was huge for those guys. You don't run into that very often in a career, and they did a great job. And I'm just looking forward to seeing how much better they get in the final, and it's something that you gotta learn as much as you can going through it and try to make yourself better. I don't think so. I think we kind of know what's coming. The travel, has always been a little difficult, but that's just what you got to deal with. And St. John's is a beautiful city. I played there for a little bit, and they have great fans. They pack the rink there, and they're passionate. They're passionate people. So it's going to be difficult playing in the rink, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's the biggest show in town there, right?
For sure, yeah. It's not the biggest place. It's on an island, and they're a tough, rowdy group of people.